producer and star, Nathan Fillion.
Hey everybody.
That was nice and unexpected.
How you doing?
Oh my God, anytime you're at Comic-Con, you're celebrating something. There's success in some way, shape, or form. I don't know what I'm going to do if I ever come to Comic-Con and my face is on the side of an enormous building.
I'll paint one outside your house.
That's all I'm asking.
Yeah. What are you going to talk about? Should we talk about the rookie?
I think we should talk about, I'm gonna go out on a limb here, the rookie.
Excellent. So you've been very busy.
Yes.
You've done a couple of days here doing panels.
Yes.
You did a bunch of press for a little movie called Superman.
This is true.
So I'm sure you've done a lot of talking. So I want to keep it light, keep it simple. So
Thank
I'll
you.
start with a simple 6-part question.
Okay, I'm up for this.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Is that a baton
I'm sorry, please tell me I'm not the only one who heard that.
She puts the short in short. Cop cuties, getting on duty. Baby blue booties, go ahead and lock me up. Arrest me, but make it sexy. Arrest me, but make it sexy. Put me in the back of your car and we'll start a verbal flirtation. I'm doing tax fraud and arsons now. Take me down to your station. Cop cuties, getting on duty. Go ahead and lock me up. Arrest me, but make it sexy.
Everybody!
But make it sexy. Arrest me, but make it sexy. Arrest me, but make it sexy.
Xander Hawley. In case you haven't heard it, his new album, See You in the Light, is amazing.
That was a special treat. Thank you, Xander. Thanks a lot.
So let's talk about the show.
Okay.
So I think it's been out there that we're doing something special for our season 8 premiere. We might have gotten on an airplane and gone to Prague.
We went to Prague, you guys. I mean, if you start a season, you want something exciting. You want to start with a bang, an exciting set piece, and stunts, and something explodes. Or go to another exotic country.
Yes. Or both.
And that too.
Or both. Yeah, no, when I first said, hey, I want to go to Prague for season 8, I got some looks, because that's not a normal network television thing to do.
Was this the look?
It was more like, how much is it going to cost?
Oh,
but,
that look.
But I'm like, we can absorb it, because we've gotten really good at making the show.
And when you
Big
say we,
episode-
you mean you.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give you some credit.
Thank you.
Yeah, big episodes, smaller episodes that you would never know are small, and all that sort of balances out to a season that's on budget, which is, the goal. So,
I've said this, it felt like we were making Casino Royale. Honestly, it's an amazing city. It
Yes.
is, and it just worked out so good. The shots we got, oh my God, you guys, the shots.
yes, no, it was beautiful. We had a blast, and then also really overwhelming to see the fans there come to see us and come to set. And I was telling Nathan earlier, like, I don't really see our popularity because I get up and I go to work and I come home and whatever. But and I'm not this guy, so I don't. When I go out, people don't come up to me everywhere and whatever. But so it's been very rewarding, and this is obviously a very exciting moment to see everybody out here who loves the show. So yeah, it was really special.
Double-edged sword, our show is becoming very popular. Season 8.
Yes.
We're still climbing, it's fantastic. When we're out in Los Angeles filming the show, it is an added extra challenge that people driving by in a car will scream, "We love the rookie!" And cut. Let's go back to the beginning.
Yes.
I'll take it though. I'll take it.
Oh, 100%. 100%. So, what can we talk about? Let's talk about just what it's like for you on the show, to make the show. So, one of the things that I'm most proud of is that we do a lot of different things, right? We have really big episodes, we have more rom-com episodes, we do horror movies, like we do all this different stuff. So I'm curious how you feel every time you open a script, not necessarily knowing what kind of episode it's going to be.
It's almost like we have episodes within the episode.
Well, yeah.
Because some of our stories can last a scene or two, and then it's over. It's a lesson learned, we move on to the next thing. It's some things are very contained, some things last a little longer, but it's not that formula where we solve a crime a week.
Right.
We have a lot more leeway.
We do, which is the joy for me, is that we can live more in the unexpected, which is the hardest thing to do in television.
And apparently people kind of like it. It's true. I was fishing it, thank you. I'll admit this, I confess this, when I first started out acting, I would read the script and go, ooh, this is a dark script, and I would start the story dark. Or if I read the script and it was a light script, I would start the story light. I don't do that, I've stopped doing that. The poker face, I put on better poker face, because you're like, hey, we gotta call something. All right, we'll be right there. We don't know what's gonna be.
Yeah.
I don't wanna answer, go, okay, we'll be right there. Because I know it's gonna be bad. I try to not to foretell anymore.
Yeah.
A little habit I have to break.
Well, tipping.
That's right, that's exactly.
So again, we do lots of different things, and I think this season is going to be extremely exciting for everybody because we really lean in. Obviously, the first episode, we go to Prague and we make a bit of a James Bourne movie.
James Bourne.
Jason Bourne.
Jason's brother.
I was going James Bond. Well,
Not quite as smart.
we can't afford.
He can't jump, but also he's slow.
So, but yeah, I mean, I think we have a lot of exciting stories for them this season. You know, I'd love that we can just keep turning it up and making it new. And every time we put you in a car with somebody different, you know, if we pair you up with Lucy, it's a different episode than if we pair you up with Miles or Eric or Richard or any of them. Like that's the joy, is like every time we put two different pairs together, it becomes a different.
This is something that's actually a joy for me, because when you guys all watch the show, it's a 42-minute experience once a week. When we're making it, it's 12 hours a day, it's an 8-day episode, but we spend a lot of time together.
Yeah.
Not often are we, all of us, together though.
Right.
But it is a phenomenal group of people, really talented. We get directors coming down all the time, and they say, oh my God, you guys are really good at your job. And it's been that way since day one. Everybody really on our cast really knows their job. We have a fantastic crew, not an ego in the bunch. It is a joy for me to go to work. I used to have a stressful job across the street from where we work now. And I took that commute every day going, oh man, this is a long commute, this is a tough drive. I take that same drive now, smiling the whole way.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to work where I love to. I don't care who I work with when I get there, I'm gonna have a good time. Yeah, it's absolutely true.
Yeah, I mean, it's a joy it's a joy to write for this cast. They're across the board brilliant, and they can do everything, which not every actor can do, because we're funny, we're scary, we're sad, we're everything. And so, but they all show up with the same work ethic, you know.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
We're 8 years in.
Yes.
What are the challenges that face you as a writer writing? How do you keep it new? How do you keep it fresh? What are your greatest challenges writing a show that's enjoying success in its 8th year?
I guess I'd say two things. One of it is always making it feel propulsive and like it's moving forward, so we're not telling the same stories.
I don't know what propulsive means.
It means pushing you forward.
Got it.
And I forgot the other. So I'll start with that. Honestly, I rolled into season 7 feeling like we needed to sort of repilot a bit, which is what that first episode was. But even more, like I came into the writer's room on day 1 and I'm like, okay, we love our characters. We love writing for our characters. We love seeing them together. We're rooting for them. but we can't round the edges off of them, right? There's still a hierarchy, TOs and rookies, and I've pushed this with directors when we tone the show from the very beginning, which is there's always a risk when a rookie, talks back to their TO or even like jokes with them. They can get fired for any reason at any time, and so you want to feel that tension even underneath. So even at the beginning with you and Harper or Lucy and Tim and all that kind of stuff, like you wanted to feel that there was a risk. I know I said their names. There was a risk. And I want to keep that, and I want to feel like, there's still a hierarchy, and Lieutenant Gray is still over you guys, and all that stuff.
There are constants in the show for sure, but at the same time, we have experienced an evolution in our show. It is not exactly the show it started out as being.
Right.
I get this comment a lot. How long can you possibly be a rookie? I don't think you're a rookie anymore. Like, you guys, relax. It's a metaphor.
Well, yes and no, because when I pitched the show, and you were with me in the room, the nice thing about it is that you were the oldest rookie in the LAPD, right? And then a few seasons ago, you became the oldest training officer in the LAPD. And at some point down the road, potentially, if we're lucky enough to do enough seasons, you could become the oldest detective in the LAPD. So that stays the same, which I think is really sort of hard to do in TV, is to set up a concept and actually have it keep going.
Well, actually, you're pretty lucky because I have solved over 200 murders in my time.
Yes.
You were there for a lot of them.
I was there for some of them, yes.
Yeah,
it's definitely true. So we have managed to get you out to do some other stuff over the years.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. You ran out and you were in the Suicide Squad and
Guardians of the Galaxy, 2 and 3.
And then The Recruit, thank you very much.
The Recruit as well, yes, thank you for that.
And then also recently Superman.
I don't know if anybody's heard of this. It's pretty good.
So what's it like to go from being from a day job as being the star and hero of a cop show to go and then play on other people's movies? More in a character actor capacity, right? I mean, for the most part. Is that fun to just use that different muscle for that?
Yeah, it's fun. Yes, it's always fun. The wig was uncomfortable when you have to fly. The rig is uncomfortable. I'll tell you this. We move fast when we make TV.
Yes, we do.
We move very fast.
Yeah.
When they do a scene in a movie, it's maybe 1, maybe 2 scenes a day.
Yeah. Yeah, we shoot 5 to 7 scenes a day,
yes,
depending on what they are. So when we're scheduling out a day with the directors and stuff like that, we'll be like, okay, this scene's 2 hours work, this scene's an hour and a half. I'm gonna need maybe 3 or 4 for this because there's some action. That's a day on the rookie,
right.
That,
And then I'll go to a movie and I'll go, oh, I only got this many lines? This is gonna be quick and easy.
Yeah, we've shot, like in the season premiere last season, where we did that big shootout on the stairs, you remember? With all that?
All those masked, scary.
Exactly, and then, but ultimately, a movie would have shot that in 2 weeks, and we shot it on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And look, I am very proud of that sequence. I think it stands up to any action movie out there, but yeah, you just gotta be efficient.
It's a machine.
Yeah.
It is a machine. And our stunt coordinators.
Dave Rowden,
How many nominations has he had?
I think we're in the 3 rate. Well, he had 2 this year for stunt coordination, and then an individual stunt nomination for
It's nice to get a little nod for the hard work that's going on.
It is, and it's harder and harder these days to get into the Emmy conversation as a network television show.
Tell me about it.
If I had any say. But yes, so it's nice to be recognized even for that, which I consider a really important category, because we do a lot of stuff, we do a lot of action.
Speaking of, you don't get recognized for, hey, you're the guy who does the rookie. You don't get that advantage out in the world in the real life.
I mean, if I happen to mention the show as something I'm connected to, people talk about it, but not in the same way that you do.
So what is your experience like when you come to Comic-Con and people go, oh, that's clearly the guy?
I mean, it's pretty, it's great. I think if I had to do it every day, it might become a little overwhelming, but
No, it's cool, it's totally cool.
I'm not. But no, I mean, it's super rewarding. You work really hard to make it, right? Like you start at the bottom and you're sitting in your room and you're writing and you're hoping to get somewhere and you take these little baby steps but you always want to get to a place where you have some semblance of control over your creation, right?
When people talk to you, when they find out you're involved with the Rookie, that you're in control, you're number one, top dog, big cheese, what are the comments? What do they say about your show?
I mean, the thing that I've heard the most over the last year or so, which I know you've heard too, is just how many people are telling me like their 10-year-olds and their 13-year-olds and their son's 7th grade class is obsessed with the Rookie. Like the fact that we've really broken through with such a young age group and all the way through, like,
yes.
you know, is really rare and really magical. Like, you know, we've really found this giant audience. Yeah, I mean, that's what.
I'm getting recognized lately. Thank you. Go ahead, clap. You know, when you do a project and you start getting recognized, you go, oh, good, people are watching it. I'm lately getting recognized for being that cop dude on the TikTok videos.
I mean, they're not wrong.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. My comment was, hey, if you like those TikToks, you should watch The Rookie. It's like a really long TikTok, but we film it horizontally.
Yeah, Sean Ashmore told me the other day that, you know, because LA is a bit of a jaded place, and, you know, you don't get a lot of people coming up to you, but he's like, he gets recognized for The Rookie in supermarkets, and he's like, and I was an X-Men. Like, you know, that didn't happen for them. So
Yes,
that's
a little indignant. I was Iceman.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. So, but how have you felt the change over the last years in terms of the popularity of the show and sort of how you've seen?
I think there's a difference between like, hey, you're that dude on the TV, and when people say, hey, I watched The Rookie with my dad, and it's our only time that we really connect. We don't get along a lot, but these are the moments we have that we share that we can actually connect on something. Or I watch it with my entire family. I have friends who are, you know, well-to-do actors in their own right, and they're calling me saying, hey man, my daughter just turned 11, and she and her friends are all crazy about The Rookie. Can I please have a birthday video? I've seen your show so many times because we watch it together as a family.
Yeah.
And then I say, will you please come do our show?
Yes, which is great. I love that.
Yeah.
Part of the reason we figure out how to get you out for big movies is like we're hoping you'll bring some friends back.
Which happens.
Which happens. Pete Davidson came into our
Pete Davidson,
world.
LeBourg,
Yeah, Alan, obviously.
Michael Rooker.
Yeah.
Alan Tudyk. Alan Tudyk, guys. Let's talk about it. Alan Tudyk is a very good friend of mine. I tried to get him into casting. It didn't work out. He was always so busy. But he managed to squeeze in a couple episodes of The Rookie for me back this time.
Yeah.
And also I've done some episodes of his show, Resident Alien. Please tell me we can have him back.
I'm desperate to have him back. It's just, you know, a lot of your famous friends are a little busy, so it's hard to get scheduling. And it's tough because we move so fast. Like, you know, we shoot episodes normally on an 8+1 schedule, which means 8 days, and then the 9th day is the tandem, which means we shoot our last scenes of the current episode and our first scenes of the next episode on that same day. And so just finding the time for people.
Is the tandem the same as a double up?
Yes, the double up day, right? Which also gets very tricky because we're trying to schedule all of our actors on different units, and, you know, and we have to think about that when we're writing scripts, like, you know.
And there were some days when we were doing Rookie Feds at the same time on the same soundstage.
That's right.
I would work Rookie in the morning and then run over and work Rookie Feds in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Doing 2 different shows on the same day.
High class problem.
Exactly. You're
Yes.
doing great.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you're doing great. Well done.
Hey, thanks.
Quick question. Is there anyone in the audience here today who is directly blood related to me? This gentleman over here, your name is?
I'd be Jeff Fillion.
Jeff Fillion, my brother, ladies and gentlemen.
Is there anyone in the audience that's related to me? Since we're playing that game. Would you stand up, please? What's your name? Excellent.
I thought they looked familiar.
You, since since you brought up your lovely brother, you guys have such a special relationship.
Yeah.
You know, you run around, you go on vacations a lot. You
We
scuba
adventure.
dive a lot.
We adventure, yeah.
Yeah. So, talk to me a little bit, because I consider you, as hard as you work, a professional vacationer.
Yeah.
So, can you talk a little bit about that kind of planning that goes into those trips?
When my brother and I were kids, we hung out together all the time, and I think you take the time that we have together. I think you take it a little bit for granted, and then you sort of become adults. And I mean, he went off and got married. I moved on to Hollywood. If we wanted to see each other, we had to make the time.
Yeah.
So our time was Sundays. We would watch the Dean Cain Superman show, Lois and Clark. Was it Lois and Clark? Lois and Clark. So we would get together and we would watch that show and go, God, use your powers already.
They couldn't afford it.
It was cost money. We didn't understand that at the time.
Yeah.
But so then I moved off to another country and I started a different career. He was deep into his career, and if we wanted to see each other, we had to make the time. So we would make it like a grand adventure.
Yeah.
We started with some vacations, and then he said, hey, we always talk about scuba diving, let's do that. And then we started scuba diving like crazy. We scuba dive around the world, and then now he's retired.
Nice work of you.
Yeah, early retirement. He's doing a great job. And now it's about golf. Nathan, you gotta do this. You gotta be golfing. You gotta come with me. You gotta go. It's a lot less equipment.
It's true.
It's true.
And less danger in theory.
Yes, the chances of you dying far less. Far less. Unless you golf the way I do.
Although it's not you who are in danger at that point.
You'd be surprised.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to do this a little early, but we have a little footage to show you if you're interested. If we're able to roll that little sizzle reel, let's take a look.
We call this a sizzle reel.
Yeah.
Because it's hot.